What's up, guys? Nate here from Famous Decks, bringing you the first place locals deck profile. What's your name? What you play?
I'm Tyler Smith, and I played Luna Control.
Let's see the list.
Alrighty. Boss Monster, 3 Luna.
2 commons.
Yeah, only 1 super, because I'm bad. For people that don't know, quick effect to bounce a monster, they can send another copy of it from extra deck or deck to grave to negate it. But the main concept is to have this in Kaijus. And then just fuck your opponent's day. You also go second every time because you also play a big mekk-knight count. Play 3 blue, 3 purple, 1, 1, and 1. People usually play 2 of this, but it's an important starter card, so I feel it's like way more important to play 3 than 2. This one you obviously play 3 of because he's broken. Just get another one from deck, quick effect, banish 1. He's the most broken one because he moves. That's
Moving
all.
too strong.
That's all he does. That's all he does. But he actually synergizes with one of the cards I play in here. He pops monsters not once per turn. So if you move either of these, he's a monster popper. He's spell and trap popper. And if you move either of them, since they're not once per turn, you can pop multiple cards. Didn't get to do that, but it's just something that's pretty cute. This card's broken. 2 Phantom Skyblaster. I didn't get to use this today, but the last locals I played, that wasn't this one. I resolved this like 3 different times, and it's just amazing. I don't have Boral Sword, but if you do, you just OTK for days. Since we're going second, we main this boy. He is literally amazing. So you get a free special summon. You get a free special summon from him, and then you go pop up with mekk-knight plays, and it's just amazing. Everyone knows what Prankatops is. And then for the main concept with Luna Kaijus, I usually see people playing like 3 of this and nothing else. I just wanted the variety since I was playing Slumber. But theoretically, you could just play 3 of this and nothing else. But having the variety is actually better, or at least to me, because if you open 2 of them, like say this, then you get to do some damage with this, and you get a free body. And that's actually how I OTK'd one of the Salamangre players. It was just summon a whole bunch of mekk-knights, summon this out while they had this Kaiju, and just amazing. Then we had a thick hand trap lineup. Yeah, the 2 Ash, 2 Ogre, 2 Reaper. This card was the stupidest card in the entire deck. Whenever I went up against Salad, I resolved it twice against Salad, and it was great. 2 Veiler and 2 Crow. This didn't put in too much work, but last locals it did, and I just like this hand trap. I just like the lineup. Only 2 O's because I didn't want to like be bricking on like 3s. I think it might be a little better to play 3 O's, but it's all up to personal preference. I liked a 2 lineup for 10, and it was pretty good. Fun story though, I opened this boy and fucking Reaper, wherever the fuck it is. I opened that and Reaper against a Pendulum player, and I don't have a Cherry's Target for Electrum, so rip me.
You gotta get one out. The structure deck's out.
Yeah. I actually wasn't preparing for that, sadly, for some reason. I don't know why. This is the only 3 of spell I have, but it's completely broken since you go second every time. I didn't open 2 of them, sadly, but it's just insanely good. Steal a monster for Salad that's kind of like just forces out Roar. For other decks, you just take a monster and OTK by linking off, and it's great. Only 2 Slumber. I think it'd be better to play 3, but it's just it's all up to personal preference. I only have 2, so I only played 2.
I got you if you need another one.
Yeah, if you want, maybe. But it worked even though it was a 2 of. I think most of these are actually most of the rest is 2 of. 2 Twin Twister, good for getting rid of back row that you hate and setting if you don't use it. 2 Desires. You could play it again. You could play 3. It's definitely better to play 3. Roast me in the comments for playing 2. 2 called by. Even though you go second, this just like them stopping some of your plays does really hurt. Since you have like a few linear stuff, if they know what your deck does. But if you open this and just like counter the 1 or 2 hand traps they might have, or even just 1 hand trap they do have, it can be really good. 2 instant fusion for a card I play in the extra, and which is just Thousand Eyes, Big Shock. And then 1/0s for spells, 1 Hornet Drones. I play Kagari, and it just makes a column on itself if you're forced to go first or second. Either way, it makes a column. 1 of this. Basically, this is an E-Telly for mekk-knights, but you're locked into mekk-knights for the rest of the turn. But you can set this. You can set this during your turn, flip it during their end phase, summon purple, get a search off purple, and then you get 2 free mekk-knights, and purple comes back during the standby phase. So it's really good.
I see where we're
How dare you? 1 scapegoat. Even though you go second, this is actually just insane.
I saw you resolve that earlier against Matt.
Yeah. Sadly, one time I resolved it, I lost, but it doesn't matter. It's still really good. 1 reborn, just extender. Super Poly is probably the most sauciest card in this deck, and I'll show you what I play when I get to the extra. 2 evenly. It goes along with the rest of the 2-ofs, only 2 because I didn't want to be seeing 3, but seeing it at all is just really good. And 1 of this. Basically, this summons a level 5 or higher monster from grave. And while this is on the field, if any monster effect that's in the same column as a mekk-knight that I have is negated. So that's where the Shifty Boy comes in. So if you have him in the middle, and then if you have him in the middle, it can negate something in the middle. And then if they try to summon, say, something to the extra monster zone, you can just shift him. You can use his effect to shift over and stop that too. And that was it for the main. It's 50 cards.
50 cards, you're mighty.
50 card sauce. Extra for fusions, instant fusion target, really good for just stealing monsters. It does what it does. It got Veilered both times I summoned it. So this is it's either for Thunder Dragon for decks that came up. When I versed Casey, I summoned this and he Veilered it. And I had Super Poly, so I couldn't really do anything else. So I Super Poly'd for this since he had a dark monster on field because Evil Eyes are all dark. Big brain power. That's what that's for. Mainly Thunder Dragon though, because I don't like that deck. The Salamangreat Fusion, it's also for Super Poly, but you could theoretically cherries it, I guess. And then for links, Link Karibo, Link Spider, it's obvious for the Scapegoat, Kagari for the Hornet Drones. Nightmare Phoenix, the Link 2 mekk-knight boy. Basically, he ditches a mekk-knight or a World Legacy card to search a World Legacy card. So basically, you ditch a mekk-knight to search your only target. But he's really good. He also makes it so he also gives blanket protection for battle. So it's like you summon him. If a monster's in a different column than a mekk-knight, then that monster can't destroy by battle, and neither player takes damage. So if he's over here and Phoenix is over here, they can't kill each other basically. And having that backed up with a trap is just really stupid because they can't kill your mekk-knights and they can't get around you negating their effects. This is kind of the spicy Link 2. Usually, the only time I really summon it is if I summon it off Scapegoat, and it's kind of like a better / worse Cerberus because it just bounces their card instead of trying to destroy their card.
Luna, but in the extra deck.
Huh?
It's Luna, but in the extra deck.
Basically. But it's also just really good. I would recommend getting this and playing Scapegoat. This boy, I never summoned him, but he's actually really good. Basically, if he's the only card in the column, he can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. And then he can send a card that's in his column to summon a mekk-knight to arrow he points to. So theoretically, you could summon it against Striker. I didn't verse Striker all day, and I didn't make it all day. But it's theoretically good. Unicorn is obvious. Saryuja, this thing's just dumb. And Borreload, again, I don't have Boral Sword, but this thing is just good enough. I didn't summon it either, but it's really good. And then my one non-engine Cherries target was this. I resolved it on 2 different people, and just getting rid of this just like kills their extra deck basically. And then the last card is the sauciest. Two of the mekk-knights are level 8s, and this just provides you one with a spell negate. But if they also if you have like an optimal board of this boy with this and like another mekk-knight, it basically just blanketly protects your mekk-knights as well. But it's also just really spicy. Making a rank 8 in this deck is pretty saucy.
You can do it with Gamma Seal too.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Big brain plays. I'll have to do that next time. Side deck. First card's kind of jank, but it actually worked pretty well. Medion. I always side this for like I side it in if I just don't want to die against a combo deck, and
break their board and they can't kill you next turn too.
Basically, that's basically what it's there for. But it's also just really good for like time burn as well. Like if you're in time and you just get burn power off of it. This is kind of the funniest part of it. 2 sphere mode, 1 raw. I haven't gotten to resolve this at all. If I ever get to resolve this, I'm playing 3 sphere mode in the extra deck or side deck, because I hate playing this card in the side deck. It takes up a space, but I just want to do it for once for the funnies. This, no one really plays this, but
what do you call?
It just depends. It just depends on the deck. Like if it's Salad, you probably just call Phalanx or Sunlight Wolf. Striker. I remember again at the last locals I called Ray on Klein, and it was funny because he couldn't use Ray for like 5 turns. But it's just really good. Like it's mainly just here for like when they force you to go first. You need a lot of cards sided in for when you go first to draw into basically. This I didn't get to use either, but I think it's also pretty saucy. Basically, the main deck for this to go against is Salad, because you just get rid of their graveyard. That's just the main deck it goes against. Though you could probably find other matchups it goes for. Didn't get to use it though, but I still like the concept of it. Shared Ride, just a card to put in going first. Just depends on the deck you're playing again. These you always side in though. 2 summon limit, 2 there can only be 1. These are obviously amazing against Salad and against other decks too. It just depends again what you're playing, but usually you're wanting to side these in no matter what because you need going first cards. And that was the deck.
Anything else you want to say?
Not really, except for play around columns. Most broken mechanic in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Alright, well thanks for the deck profile. Thanks for watching guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. See ya.